What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here today. How I like to turn. I'm going to use trash. These cards are not trash, but it's the catchy tagline. Trash into treasure. We have a dual mail day today. This little pile just came back from COMC. This pile, plus a few other things, are getting ready to go off to COMC. Because as I've talked about a bunch, and yes, today's video is sponsored by our good friends over at COMC. I like to send in, this is exactly what I like to do, and this worked out perfectly because I'm getting ready to ship off and I had some stuff sent home. This is how I like to use COMC. It's not perfect for everybody, but this is how I like to use it. I like to turn this into this. I want to take all these $1 to $5 cards, and actually some of these in particular are a little bit more expensive than that I don't feel like dealing with, ship them off to COMC, give them their cut, and turn it into stuff for the PC, stuff that I think has more upside later on down the line, whatever the case might be. So we're going to go ahead and show some stuff off today. Let's start with the fun stuff, and that is what I got shipped home. So we got a couple prospects that I like to hold. We got a Marvel card, we got a dual auto baseball card, and a sports entertainment. I'm going to use the air quote Grail auto for sports entertainment because you just do not see a lot of these at all. These do not come to market very often, let alone at auction. So let's go ahead and dive in. First up, what did I buy? Got two of these bad boys. Lazaro Montes, prospect for the Seattle Mariners, very highly rated. He was out of 2023 Bowman. Just PSA 10, base autos, nothing crazy. Picked these up for $125 a pop, which is actually the lowest that they have sold for, basically, since they've been slabbed. The seller had both of them up for $150 a pop, and I shot an offer over at $125 a piece, and they accepted. He's still pretty young. He's going to be in the minors for a while. But I just wanted to get these in hand. These will be good trade bait come next March. Otherwise, I would have honestly just left them on COMC to sell. But I think these will be good trade bait potentially in the spring if he gets a little trendy during spring training. But I am a little high on him. Long way to go. A lot of stuff could go wrong. Next up, 2023 Fleer Throwbacks. This was an Upper Deck E-Pack only set. It was a throwback to 1989 Fleer. And they had these glossy black editions. So this is not a base card. This is a glossy black. I do not, chat or comments can correct me, I don't remember if this was an achievement card or just a harder to hit parallel. I can't remember off the top of my head. Regardless, the Venom glossy black to me is one of the better looking Venom cards out there, whether it's a Fleer throwback or not, just in general. Card just looks great. This is in a PSA 9. I'll talk more about that in a second. But obviously the color match with the McFarlane Venom is chef's kiss. I may actually consider using this for an autograph the next time McFarlane does a CGC signing. This might be a good candidate to send in for that because I just think this card looks absolutely spectacular. Next, I already own this card. I own it raw in a Topps sealed mag. It is the Bobby Witt, Julio Rodriguez, Topps Now dual rookie auto. To the best of my knowledge, I said it back then when I picked up the original one, I paid actually basically about the same for this. It was a little over $600. This is obviously in a CGC 9.5 with a 10 auto. This was like 6 something, and that's what I paid for the one that I already had. To the best of my knowledge, this is Bobby Witt and J-Rod's only dual on-card auto. Now, obviously, Witt is having a near MVP level season. In fact, maybe he sneaks in there in the AL. Judge has been slowing down a little bit lately. We'll see. J-Rod is having a god-awful season. I mean, just terrible. Like, just get it over with already. So hopefully he can bounce back, because Witt looks like the truth. And if he can put it together at all, and I still have faith in Julio Rodriguez to some degree, this could be an absolute monster card. With it being what I believe is their only on-card dual auto. Even if it's not their only, there's not a ton of them, and these are numbered. And I just think it's a really cool card. I think it's one of the nicer Tops Now cards. So one of these came up for auction on COMC, and I just got trigger happy and decided to snag it. Now the last one. This is the fun one. 2001 Fleer WrestleMania. Signature moves. Stone Cold Steve Austin auto. Yeah, in a weird grade. Beckett 7.5 with a 10 auto. But we have the Austin auto with the 316 inscription. And this card is hand numbered out of 500. These do not come up a ton. I had to pay super strong for this. The last one sold, and there's a couple listed, but they're listed very high, like $1,500. The last one sold was a bin. It was a CGC 8 with a 10 auto, and someone binned it at $800. I got in a little bit of a bidding war for this one. I had to pay a full 1,000 for this. I paid over the last comp. Now, part of that, not gonna lie, I got caught up in it a little bit, and I just really wanted the card, and it was the cheapest one on the market up to a certain point, and I pushed it to that point. Any much higher than that, and it would have gotten into the territory where the bins were sitting. So I guess I single-handedly raised the comp on this card. It was an auction. I wanted it. I mega bid for it, pulled a therapist, but I actually paid and had the card shipped. This is how it's supposed to work. And now I own it. Great card. Like I said, very rare. They do not come up a ton. Absolutely great image. Nice little red foiling on there. Card looks really cool. And what... Now, I already have an Austin auto, obviously. I have that one back there. I have a full name Stone Cold Steve Austin with also an absolutely iconic image. But what drew me to this specifically was the fact that it was older, the 2001, the pack pulled nature of it, which that is too. But it was the 316 inscription. I really liked the way, yeah, that's full name, and that's got Stone Cold Steve Austin on it, but I like the uniqueness of this just being Austin 316. Listen, I was lucky enough to grow up in what I consider the two golden ages of wrestling. The 80s, being a little kid and having Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man as like the pure babyface guys. And then I aged out of it, and boy, oh boy, did I come back in the Attitude Era. And the Attitude Era, to grow up, to be a teenager, and in my early 20s during the Attitude Era, and kind of ride that wave from the late 90s into the early 2000s, there is not a better time for sports entertainment, in my opinion. And I was an Austin guy back then. I still love Austin now. Austin and DX, those are my two that I fully supported. HBK, Triple H, the Road Dogg, the whole crew. DX, Austin. I appreciated The Rock for his talent in the ring and on the mic, but I was an Austin guy. When that glass would crash, just hit you. So, fun one to pick up there. Super excited to add that into the PC. And now I do need a Rock auto. There is I think it's out of 2002. There is a Rock pack pulled auto silver ink that I am now on the hunt for. So that is what I got back from COMC. I'll just quickly kind of go through what I'm sending off to COMC. I have not filled out paperwork yet. I still need to do that. But I've done, if you want to know like the full COMC submission experience from start to end, exactly what you need to do, if you search my videos and just search COMC, I have a full tutorial on how to do every single step. A lot of what's in here are these Big Apple refractors. A lot of this stuff is from those Topps Chrome boxes that I opened after Fanatics Fest. I'm pretty much sending all those in other than the ones I sent off for grading. And then I have some refractors of some key players. That light board's pretty rare. That'll go for a few bucks. I put the autos in here that I pulled. Nothing super crazy. The most expensive card in this entire pile is actually a Marvel card. I don't know if these will sell or not. I put the numbered refractors from Topps Chrome in here. This is a gold refractor. And then this is probably a mistake sending this. It's probably not even worth 50 cents. Same with this Ben Simmons and these John Collins. The Let's Go's a case hit. The Jalen Green autos, okay-ish. Couple bucks. Scoot Henderson. Some more of the Big Apple stuff. And then we got some Marvel stuff here from some recent Marvel box openings from Metal Avengers. And then I was just kind of cleaning up, and I'll randomly find things too. Like Austin Wells has been playing pretty well. I found one of his refractors laying around. Here's some stuff out of Topps Composite Football. Some of the nicer hits. This card's actually pretty decent. I almost just sold this raw on eBay. This is the red PMG Human Torch that I got out of that box. These go for about 50 bucks, give or take. My Ben Coates and Bruce Matthews auto. Some more Topps Composite stuff. This is all the numbered stuff. Basically, I sent all the numbered stuff. I don't expect it to perform super well, but these here, the Jackson Churio, this was a borderline on grading. I didn't think this one looked as clean as the one that I sent. And then we just have some base chrome of some of the better rookies. The Radiating Rookie, this Metal X from Avengers Metal. So most of this is Avengers Metal and Topps Chrome Baseball. Here's the pinks, some more Big Apple refractors, some random Marvel Beginnings stuff, some other numbered cards, the comic clipping that I pulled. And then these are the cards that were out of the lids box. Those are actually selling for a couple bucks a pop. And then some more stuff out of Marvel Metal. So that is going off. And then I also have, I was waiting to get them in because they're kind of a pain to ship. And the other part of the reason why I got this is because they actually shipped me my cards in a perfect box for this stuff. I'm sending off my Marvel Masterpieces XL stuff that I got. I had 5 cards that I decided to send in. They usually don't like things in top loaders. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'll probably get hit with a little fee for sending them in the top loader, but I do not feel comfortable sending these in just penny sleeves because they're so big and kind of flimsy. So I am sending these off to just move on COMC. Part of the reason is I don't really want to deal with shipping these if I sold them individually. So these are going to go off to COMC. They'll be on my COMC account in a couple of weeks. So I got to fill off the paperwork, get this thing packaged up, and get it off in the mail so we can get it sent off. So I could sell this stuff, consolidate this stuff down into stuff like this. It takes a lot of time. Don't get me wrong. It takes a ton of time to build up sales to be able to snag some of this stuff. But I am sitting at just under, at time of recording, I am like 10, 15 bucks short of $4,000 in sales on COMC. I think it's maybe it's $5,000, $4,000 or $5,000 in sales. Getting ready to hit a milestone in sales dollars over on COMC. So excited about that. Got to get this stuff packaged up. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. We will catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.